Hey guys, it's me, Kate again. So this video will be my July TBR. I'm pre-filming this, so I can't tell you how I did in June. But prompts for one readathon dropped today, so I want to make the TBR today so that I don't forget about that. So this will be my first time filming one of these videos with an actual camera. So if rolls look weird, that's why. My TBR for the readathon is actually really extensive, I'm not gonna lie. Because you had groups, 5 groups, no, more. Like you had, I'll just take my phone to see information. I would film this on my phone, but I kind of don't have enough memory. So, I'm going to be participating in Part or Panty and a readathon hosted by Mistake Reads on Twitter and Instagram. I think that's how they are called on Instagram. So it's a month-long readathon. So you could choose like what do you want to be on the where you wanna go, but I chose everything because in July I am on school break. So let's get this ball back on the charger. So let's get on to the roll number 1, and excuse my top, I just popped the first thing that I found in the closet because I'm a mess eater and I just ate lunch when I got back from school. So this might look really strange. So last month we stopped on classic and I changed the bookmark just for this month because I couldn't find the one that I'm usually using. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Middle grade or children's. Yes, one of the books on my readathon TBR fits that. So actually this was really lucky. So I'll go over the prompts in the end of the video just because otherwise it will take forever. So Petica Brlić-Mažuranić by Sanja Polak. It's middle grade short story collection from a Croatian author, and it's talking about this girl named Petrica or Petra, who actually tells a story about her friends and their friendships. So let's go on to the roll number 2. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Science fiction. It's not gonna cut it. like, none of my sci-fi books are left, and I can't use any of the books on my TBR already. So let's roll again. So rolling again, and we got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 YA fantasy. Have 2 of them. Actually, I have a lot of them, but I'm gonna just choose 2 because that's all I need. YA fantasy. Let's go with this one and this one. So the 2 that I chose are Crownbreaker by Sebastian de Castell, 6 book, and Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. So this Crownbreaker is a 6 book in Spellslinger series by Sebastian de Castell. It follows a boy named Kellen, who is just in the first one just about to turn 16 and take his magic trial, but his magic goes bonkers and stuff, and he decides to cheat. This particular one is that it says the game of war is rigged. It says Kellen swore he'd do anything to protect a young queen who offered him a home and a purpose. But thousands of miles away, a war is brewing that will end her reign and take her life, unless a certain outlaw of Spellslinger is willing to commit a little murder. Now Kellen and his sister Shala find themselves on opposite sides, and neither love nor loyalty can protect them from the choices they must make. And this is the only one in the series without Teraikas on the cover. Believe me, I've checked. So, Red Queen is first book in this series. It's about 17-year-old Mare who is part of a red class of people which are commoners, and also they're like silver elites. So she's silver people have powers, red don't, and one day she finds out that she actually has powers, and it gets her thrown into this world of politics and stuff. Let's go to roll number 3, which will hopefully be our last roll. So, let's do it. Yes, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 romance. Have one of them on my TBR for July actually. And I'll need my phone again. Because of the reason I'll tell you a little bit later. So, romance. A Secret of Ella Ella and Micha. So this is, I think, first book in this series by Jessica Sorensen. I think this is first book in a series, but I'm not sure if the rest of the books were translated into Croatian, but I'll look at my local library. So this book follows a girl named Ella who went off to college without telling anyone, and now she's coming back for summer break. But behind she left her best friend Micha. So and now they come together once again. So now we're going to go through the prompts of part or Pantheon Readathon, and I'll go through all the books, and if, of course, all 4 of these books are part of Readathon, so when I go guess to their prompts, I won't tell you what they're about. So the first prompt is a book about books or authors, so I chose Girl Online by Sugg. Penny in this book isn't technically an author, but she's a blogger. In my world, that counts. So she, after some mishaps in school, she goes with her parents to the wedding they're organizing and to help them, which is in New York, and she usually lives in Brighton. She takes her best friend Elliot, and in New York she meets this guy named Noah and stuff goes from there. Then the prompt was a book featuring art. I chose Secret of Ella and Micha. Ella is in school, Ella is in an art school, so then it's to choose a book featuring a battle. Oh, this one. For that I chose Crown Breaker by Sebastian de Castell. Then it's a book with green cover, Petrica Pričalica. Then is a book set in the city, Girl Online on Tour by Sugg takes Penny and Noah on tour of Europe, and they end up in a few big cities in Europe, including Paris, London, and some others. Then it's a book featuring romance, Peta dimenzija by Tomislav Beronić. This is Croatian book by Croatian author. It's about a scientist called, what's her name? A young scientist who, while performing an experiment, discovers fifth dimension, which leads her to go and find other agencies in the fifth dimension and talk to people who actually discovered it before she did. And it features romance between her and somebody else. And if I tell you who that person is, it would be a spoiler. Then it's Read the Dark Story. Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard gets dark in parts. Then read the first book in a series, We Hunt the Flame by Hafsah Faizal. In this book we're following Zafira, who is the hunter, but nobody knows that she is actually a woman. And she goes every day into this forest to hunt for her people. And one day an opportunity presents itself for her to get this magical artifact, and she goes. But at the same time, the crown prince Nasir, who is known as Prince of Death, is sent by his father, the king, to retrieve that artifact. Also, then is the fire on the cover or in the title. The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. Lion head on this edition is like from fire. So this is made up of all 7 books of Chronicles of Narnia, which is about kids that find portal into Narnia. I'll be reading this whole thing. It's what, over 700 pages long? Yeah, 767 pages long. Pray for my soul. Then read a thought-provoking book, 1,000 Words by Jennifer Brown. This is about a girl who, while being drunk on a party, sends a nude photo of herself to her boyfriend. Then after they broke up, he sends it to all people in their high school, which leads her to be she needs to do then community service, because everything thinks she sent the picture to everybody. And she meets a friend named Caleb. Then is read a book featuring music. I chose Alice in the Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. Is this about a girl named Alice who follows a rabbit through and falls into the rabbit hole, which leads her to the Wonderland. As I remember, there is some singing here, so I'll be reading this. This pile up of both books, but I'll be reading both of them. Then we have read a book featuring archery. That's what I need my phone for. There might be archery in some of the books that I have. I couldn't say tell you from the just covers. So then it's a book set on an island. Girl online going solo. Great Britain is an island, and this takes Penny to Scotland, helping her parents do this wedding. Then it's a book featuring cooking, Sophie's World by Justine Gardner. This is an original author, I can't pronounce his name. So this is about a girl who studies history of philosophy. This Croatian translation. And I'm completely sure that, that it features some kind of food. Then it's a book with a morally grey character, Wishes by Schwab. This is about Victor and Nilay, who 10 years ago were roommates and best friends in college, but now they're mortal enemies, and Victor just got out of prison and wants to kill Eli. Then read a book with animal of the cover. This edition of Priče iz davnine by Ivana Brlić-Mažuranić. I think there is even an English translation of this one. Here is like one gnomey creature, but I'll count him as an animal. So these are children's short stories about Russian mythology, and let me just show you illustrations. Well, in this edition, look at, this is the first one. Then we have, like, not every story has an illustration. Then we have this one. So these stories are about basically it mixes Croatian folk stories and some other influences of the era this was written in. So this will be a reread for me. I needed to read 2 of the stories from this collection in elementary school, then again in middle school, and the rest of the collection I needed to read now in high school. Then we have a book with the disabled main character. I'll also try and see the books on my phone that I have, which of them have disabled main character, because I don't think that any of mine do. So yeah. Then we have a book with 2 perspectives. I chose City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. This is first book in the Evabad trilogy, and it's about a young woman named Nahi who is a con artist. She performs these cons and then sends people to her friend's apothecary to get medicine which they don't need, and then she gets cut off money. And one day, while performing one of these cons, she summons a jinn, a deva, who gets her to the City of Brass. And then we have a book featuring family. I chose Glass War by Victoria Aveyard, second book in the Red Queen series. In this book, after the events of the first book, Mara goes into the world with her brother. So it features family. Then a book where main character follows their destiny. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This is my dad's book, but if I don't get my own copy, I'll read this one. It still has this bookmark. I'll probably take it out if I am going to read this copy. Then we have a book with feminist themes. This is Modern Fairy Tales by Holly Black. It consists of one of the installments in this series, so Tithe, Valiant, Ironside, and one novella. I'll be trying to read all of this because this is about a girl who actually few girls who stumble into a fair realm, and I think there we have some feminist themes regarding two of them. Then we have a book with metallic object on the cover, metallic cover. King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. It has the crown on the cover. In this one we're following Mare on in her quest to overthrow the king. And then it's a book where a character creates something in the book featuring water. I chose Maid-sama volumes 1 through 4 for these two challenges. The main character Misaki doesn't make something per se, as in physical object, but she does make guys in her school miserable, so kind of bending the rules. And also I think that this and this bind up, like they go to C side in this one, I think so. In one of the volumes, this is bind up volumes 3 and 4, so Maid-sama is about Misaki, who is president of student council in her school, who works in a maid cafe, and everything is okay until her classmate Usui comes and she thinks he'll tell the entire school. And then the last prompt is a book with a young female male in character. We have Pošalji, poruku by Sanja Pilić, wrong Sanja, which is about a girl and a boy. I read this in 6th grade and don't remember much about it. Yeah, that's it for this video. Cross your fingers for me to edit this to short and length. If you liked it, like, share and subscribe. Down below you have my social media and my email, and I'll see you in the next one.